So guys, in this video we are going to use the exploits to get the shell to us, and in order to do that I have installed this Windows XP machine. And I have said in the previous video that a bad blue web server has the buffer overflow exploit, and I have also showed you how to just use exploit, and we did not run that. In this video we are going to run this, and you can see this is the bad blue 2.7 enterprise edition. If I run this, I think it's already been running on the port 80, and it's a web server. It has the buffer overflow vulnerability, and we can use that vulnerability to our advantage to get the shell of that computer. That is the command prompt. All I have to do is search for bad blue. Sorry, I'm showing this in the Windows XP machine because my laptop cannot run Kali Linux virtual machine, and Windows 7 virtual machine takes so much amount of RAM, and I have the dual core processor, and it does i5 dual core, and obviously it hangs. So I want to use this exploit one, which is the pass through exploit. And if I say show options, so we need to set this r host value, which is I have already set this one to this IP address. So now we can set the payload which we want, but this I will be showing this Meterpreter in the next video. So all you have to run is you need to just run this module, and that's it. You will get the shell back to us. You can see sending stage. First the stage is being sent, that is like injector, and then our stager, that is the actual payload, will be sent to that machine. So you can see Meterpreter session 2 open, but don't worry about this Meterpreter. I will be explaining about this Meterpreter in the next video. So this Meterpreter is like a connection handler, which we can execute the Metasploit commands on that system. So if we got the shell, if I type help in this Meterpreter command prompt, I can execute all of these commands. These are called the post exploitation commands we can run after we got the shell. Since we got the shell, we can run all these commands to get much more information and control over the target machine. So we'll be doing this post exploitation in a separate video, but now I'm going to background this one. You can see it's saying backgrounding session 2. So to list all the sessions, I can say sessions minus cell. So as you can see, the ID of the session and the name Meterpreter x86 Windows and XP XP. So that is the XP machine, and this is our IP address and the port to connect it to this victim machine and this port. Alright, now I can just create the sessions minus k, and I have to pass the ID. So as you can see, there are no sessions now. Meterpreter session 2 was closed. So that's how you do the exploit. Now what I am going to do is I will generate a payload, that is reverse shell, and I will execute on that Windows XP machine. We are using the MS of Venom for this, MS of Venom minus p, and I will specify the payload Windows shell reverse TCP. And I want to put the L host. So this is my Kali Linux IP machine, and I want to set the L port is equals to 1234, and architecture x86, that is 32-bit, and the bad characters. Since it's okay, normally we put this bad characters and say executable, and I want to pipe this output to the say shell.exe or say backdoor.exe. So there is some difference between the normal shell and the Meterpreter shell. Normal Windows shell reverse TCP, we can handle with it with netcat. We have seen the netcat, right? So we can catch this reverse shell using the netcat. But in case of Meterpreter shells, that is we are using stages and stagers, then we need to use the multi-handler in the Metasploit to handle those connections. Okay, we will see the about multi-handler in the next video clearly. So now if I say ls ltr, so we have the backdoor.exe. Okay, that's fine. Now let me move it into the desktop. So now I'm going to copy this into this Windows 10. So now again I'm copying it to Windows XP machine. So I have turned off this defender because it's a basic reverse shell payload. It will be easily identified by our defender. So this is my backdoor. So before running our backdoor, we need to listen. We need to set up a listener to catch incoming connections. Which port we have set the 1234 port in the backdoor.exe. So that backdoor.exe will connect to our IP machine, IP address, and this port. So we go on listening, and I had forgot to show this. So okay, to get the shell of this Windows XP machine, we can type shell. So as you can see, Windows XP command prompt, you can say dir to list the directory, and you can also open the contents using the more command, and so on. So that's how you exploit using this Metasploit exploits. Now I'm going to end this. So this one. So okay, that's how you get the shell from the Meterpreter. You type the shell and you get the command prompt. Okay, now let's come back to our normal execution of this reverse shell payload. Now we go on listening on the 1234 port, and upon execution, so let me run this. So as you can see, we got the same command prompt back to us. You can say dir. So this is in the desktop, that's why we got this desktop. We are executing the command prompt from this desktop. So we can say more to view the files. So okay, I am not familiar with command prompt commands that much. Okay, that's all for this video, guys. I'm going to exit this. So that's all for this video. This is the basic creation of this backdoor, and we can also encode it, but it's takes so much complexity for this video. Okay, that's all about this video, how to use the Metasploit exploits, and also how you create the payloads and execute using the MSF Venom.